G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Now today on the bench we have another 114 scale brushed buggy here for review. Now this is made by the company called Amaral, which is actually a sister company to Alalo. Now you probably remembered last year where I reviewed the original red Alalo buggy, the XDKJ001. Well, this Amaral buggy actually shares the same model code number as the original Alalo, except with this particular Amaral version of the 114 scale buggy, they actually got a few upgrades over the original, and I'll go into them in a moment. Now, as you can see on the box, we have the same Typhon designed shell, okay, as well as the same rubber tires. But this time, as one of the upgrades, they've actually beefed up the ESC on this particular model. Now it supports 3S, and as you can see here, it says 50 k's an hour, which is 2S rating, and up to 70 k's an hour on 3S. Now I did also do a speed run last year or earlier this year on the red Alalo model, and it did support 3S, but it was a little bit risky. I believe the original ESCs on those particular buggies from Alalo were only rated at 25 amp, but I did make a 3S speed run video earlier this year on that buggy. You can get this buggy in two different colors. On the side of the box here it shows you the cyan and orange color, which is the one that I've got in this box. You can also get the blue yellow option as well. What I'll do, I'll leave links to both these models as well as a custom coupon code where you can save up to 15% off. On this side of the box it shows you some of the features of this buggy. Oil-filled shocks once again, steel dog bones and CVDs, aluminium chassis. We also got a nylon spoiler for the back wing, and powder differentials on this one, which is another upgrade over the original Alalo. So let's have a look what's in the box, guys. Okay, first off we've got the rear wing with 4 screws to attach to the back of the car. Now with this Amaral buggy we get the accessory kit, which is now common with all Alalo, Crowball and these Amaral buggies. Got a bunch of parts in here. We'll take a closer look at that now. Okay guys, so here's all the gear that comes in the accessory pack, much like the brushless purple Alalo buggy that I reviewed earlier in the year. We have the CVD axle, a dog bone for the rear, as well as an axle cup. We also have that front bumper splitter to protect the front end of the car. Extra wheel hexes and those little washers that are color coded, as well as some wheel nuts. Over here we have some tools as well as some extra body clips, a full front and rear swing arm set, including the actual pins for the swing arms. In this bag we've got some extra screws for the rear swing arms. Finally, in this bag here we have our LiPo battery, which is a 1800 milliamp hour 2S, as well as a USB charger. And of course we get the standard user manual here for the buggy. And at the back here you can see all the parts are included with all the model numbers. Now the transmitter that comes with this is pretty standard for this company, including Alalo, and there's other sister company called Crowball. No different, it's a fully proportional transmitter that takes 3 AA batteries that you have to provide yourself. Pretty decent transmitter, fully proportional of course. I like how they always color code the wheels to their particular models or RCs. And on the top here we have our dual rates, throttle, steering, dual rate, steering trim, and your throttle reverse switches. And yeah, it's good that they put this sticker here, especially for beginners, so you can understand all the controls of the transmitter. Alright guys, onto the Amaral buggy now. I think it looks pretty awesome in this color combination. I like the teal with the orange and the black, as well as some white accents there throughout. Now once again, this does look like the original Alalo buggies, you know, the red and the purple. We've got metal components throughout, as we expect from most of these 114 scale buggies these days, based on the LC Racing platform. Oil-filled shocks, they feel really good, nice and soft. We've got some metal front and rear posts, which I actually prefer compared to carbon, even though carbon is nice and light. On the brushless version, the purple Alalo buggy, I found that the screws from the rear mount here for the spoiler had nowhere to actually thread in. So when I was doing the Alalo speed challenge, I found the wing starting to come off the actual carbon mount. So I'm glad that they've gone with a metal mount on this one. So let's have a look underneath, guys, and I'll show you the upgrades of this buggy. Now, the most noticeable upgrade, as soon as you take the shell off on the Emerald version of this buggy, is that this time we have the adjustable tie rods, okay, for steering and camber, which the original red Alalo did not have. Okay, they were just plastic links with no adjustability at all. Now, I believe the 550 motor has been upgraded as well. It's a 19,000 RPM rated motor, and this time we've got a heat sink, which I believe the original Alalo did not have. Okay, I did review that a while ago, but I'm pretty sure that did not have a heat sink, so we've got a heat sink on this one. Now, just in front of the motor, we have a 1.3 kilogram steering servo. Now, this is a 3-wire servo as opposed to 5-wire. As you can see, they've included an adjustable link for the steering horn. There is the servo saver. Now, the ESC is running a Dean's plug once again, but this ESC, like I mentioned before, is now a 60 amp rated 3S ESC, whereas on the original red Alalo brush buggy, it was not. On this ESC, you can see there's a couple of extra plug-in ports for possibly if you want to fit a fan on top of the ESC or some LED lighting. Your standard battery tray here, okay, just like most of the 114 scale buggies that are exactly like this one. You can actually adjust this bracket and screw it in those two front holes so you can fit a larger 22,000 milliamp hour battery or a fairly large 3S battery as well. Now, like all the other models before it, this Emerald buggy has an all aluminium chassis plate. This time they've gone for that gunmetal grey silver metallic finish to it, as you can see here. Hopefully the camera's picking that up. I'm actually digging this colour. I think it looks rather good. The tyres on this buggy are exactly the same as the previous models, guys. They are not foam filled, but they are air filled, and they provide pretty decent grip on and off-road from testing out the other buggies previous to this one. So that'll be it, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Just a quick look at the new Emerald buggy. Now, I'll definitely be taking this one out soon. I really want to test out the speed on road, see if we can get to that claimed 70 k's an hour on the box on 3S, and we'll see if we can get 50 k's an hour as well on the 2S provided that I showed you. And as always, guys, like I mentioned at the start of the video, I will be leaving links to both this color, the teal and orange, as well as the blue and yellow models, okay, in the description below, as well as the coupon code so you can get a decent discount off this buggy on the Alalo website. So thanks very much for watching, guys. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, that way you'll be informed on my new RC videos. And as always, guys, enjoy the hobby, have a great day, and I'll catch you guys soon.